Family? You're tuned in to Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller. I'm in the big chair tonight. James is out of town doing some corporate gigging. Miguel is at the Sausage Castle, and we all know Jeff Kaufman has white privilege, so he is not here today. So I'm joined in the virtual studio of my comedy brothers. First up, I got Patricio, a.k.a. Rocky, in studio with me. Rocky, I'm going to come back to you because we're going to talk about EDC and how much fun you had and how I actually went to a funeral during EDC. Yeah, we'll talk about that later on. But we got a special guest online with us, man. One of my comedy brothers, man. My dog, I love him to death. I hit him up 30 minutes ago. I said, man, what you doing? He said, man, what you need me to do? And I said, come on my show, man. So we got David Jolly in the building. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, what's up? Hey, Ken, thank y'all for having me, man. Real loud, you know what I'm saying? It's still going strong. Y'all make sure y'all tune in Monday through Thursday. Every
Appreciate
week. Y'all
that, brother.
What's going on? You feel me? Hey, I'm just out here grinding. I'm at the t-shirt shop, t-shirt dispensary, 52280 Old Winter Garden Road. We got all the local brands. We got my brand, and you know my brand, the hottest in the city, baby.
All right, Jollies, we're going to get to the t-shirt thing in a second, brother. We always start with the origin story. I know you, and I want the world to know you. How long have you been doing comedy? When and where did you start, and how was your first ever show?
It was May 13th, 2016. It was at the it's right across. It's the old Smiling Bison. My boy D-Rug was doing a show. It was a tumbleweed with Ross McCoy.
Okay.
So he was like, "Hey man, I got a show coming up. If you could," you know, he was telling me about it. I'm like, man, I should probably try comedy. People keep telling me this. So he hit up Ross and was like, "Hey Ross, can my boy do a set too?" And Ross was like, "No way." But then when I got there, you know, I was still practicing because I wasn't taking no for an answer. I went there. I didn't know what I was talking about. I just went and did it, and it was good. Then the other one after that, you were sitting in the back like The Godfather. It was that Monday at when Jari had that show on the Tuesday. You don't remember, I remember. But you was in the back like, "Hey man, want to do a show tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yes, I want this every day." But nah, it was real good. The first show with Ross, and I was like, "Man, that feel great. People laughing at you."
Yeah. So did you always want to do comedy, or it just something like it just fell on you? It was just somebody was like, "You funny," because I've always wanted to be a stand-up. I mean, from when I was a kid, I was going to do stand-up comedy. Like when I was 18, I was going to move to New York and do stand-up. My mama said, "No, you're taking your ass to the military."
I wanted to do stand-up comedy because I respected the art of comedy. I just never knew where to get in at. Like I never knew the process of being able to get into comedy. You know what I mean? Like, and when I got in, I was like, man, it's some funny cats in Orlando that like I never would have heard of. Like I seen Jersey one time, I seen Type Mike, and then like before I even went to the other bar, what's her name? Munez. She a fan of yours, the Latin lady. You know, my mom's a pastor, and she used to go to my mother's church, and she was like, "You need to look at Ken Miller." So I was watching your stuff. Like when I first did it, I was a junkie. It was all day. That's when like I found out about Preacher Lawson. I was watching your stuff. I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, dude, kind of funny, and he is from here in Orlando. How do I never know about
yeah, how you not know, yo? And the funny thing about that story is, David Mama is a preacher, and I am her favorite comedian.
Yeah, you are her favorite comedian more than me, bro. Like my mama, remember that day I was getting that rental car?
Yeah.
And you called me, and you was headlining LOL.
Yeah.
You called me. And I was like, "Hey, big bro, I'm about to pull up on you at LOL." And then my mama say, "Who is that, Ken?" She done changed her whole Friday night plans to go see Ken Miller live. Remember, she brought the pizza in the club and all that.
Hey, David Mama walked into the comedy club with a whole pizza. Hey, bro. Hey,
bro.
The Cubs don't even serve food. David mama had a whole pizza front row, bro.
A whole pizza. She had one for me, one for him. Like, my mama's a real mama, but my mama's favorite comedian is Kenneth Kunte Miller.
Hey, man, if you're listening, man, we got David Jolly kicking it with us in the studio right now. David, what's worst show you ever done? Worst show you ever done?
I don't know. I got a couple. I was on fire. I was probably like 4, 5, 6 months in. I'm feeling myself. You know what I mean? I'm hot. Everybody else thinking I've been doing it forever, but I haven't. We in Cocoa Beach. I'm with Jersey, and I'm on the show. I ain't gonna say the other comedian name that hosted it, but I never knew about setting people up. I felt like I was set up because he ain't do no time. He ain't do no time up front. You feel me?
Yeah.
He just said, "Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, we all black and we dancing and we laughing." And we got the first comedian Danny coming up. Bruh, I went up there. A dude said, "Hey, man, when you gonna say something funny?" I said, "Man." I went home and cried. That's when I called you that night. I was ready to jump.
Now, best show, favorite show you've ever done. Like, we all got that one show. You was like, man, I don't even want. You ever have a 2-show night and the first show be so good, you're like, man, I don't even know if we gonna do a second one.
Now, one of my favorite shows as of lately was Saturday's first show. Wait. Saturday's first show was really dope at Snappers. That was one of my favorites. But I think my favorite, I don't know. That's like we comedians, man. Like, so like when you get done with that show, I'm on to the next. Like, I don't really dwell in the moment because I'm thinking about the next. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's hard to say like what's my favorite show just because like I never sit in that moment because I know if I sit in that moment I'll get complacent, and I try not to be complacent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Go. You about to ask something, Patricio?
Yeah, so he had made a comment a little bit ago because he's like, my mama's a real mama, and I want you to clarify what the hell that means. Like, your mama's a real mama.
My mama's a mama. Like, she doesn't care about your opinion of her. She's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're gonna, like, hey, I'm bringing this piece in. What we're gonna do? That's why I live my life at the point of like I do stuff where I just, even if it seemed crazy, I do it like I it's supposed to happen that way. So when you walk into situations where it's like, this is crazy for me to do this, but I'm gonna just make it look normal, and then it's like, and you looking at people like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, black.
Yeah, when he was saying the real mama was the fact that also too his mama brought pizza, but she brought enough pizza to feed every child in there.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? And when I say, I ain't saying it was kids in there, I'm just saying she brought pizza that if anybody wanted some pizza, she was gonna feed everybody in the comedy club. Like that. That's what he meant by real mama. She really had 3 pizzas with her.
Bro, that's awesome.
It was so crazy, bro. I tell my mama I got a show, and I'm like, you ain't doing nothing because she moved back to Orlando now.
I ain't know that.
I have a show, and my mama would be like, all right, we'll have fun. But when we was at the rental car spot, because my car was messed up, and she said, who is that, Ken? We going in. So I was like,
we talking about a show that's an hour, 15 minutes away. It ain't even local. You got to ride somewhere, man.
And she said, can I ride with you? I said, no. You drive your car, I'm going to drive my car. Yeah. I feel some type of way about you not coming to a lot of my shows, but you going to come to Ken Miller show.
Yo, man. Shout out to Mama Jolly. Man, if you listen, we got David Jolly in the building with us, man. David, appreciate you sitting in. So if you follow David always got some crazy stuff. I'm sorry. Jolly. I've never called you David in my life. I don't know why I called you David.
Yeah, just Jolly, man.
That's Jolly. So Jolly, you got a t-shirt spot going right now. You want to talk to us about what you got going on?
Well, we got a lot of local brands in here. It's I have my brand, the Winners Group. Right here, we got a lot of my buddy Three's brand. It's right here on 5228 Old Winter Garden Road. It's next to Judy's, the breakfast spot. we just trying to get it, man. You know, like, and I'm able to create content here as well. Like, all right, forget it. I'm gonna show y'all. You know, it's a nice shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to create content here as well. So I mean, time wise, these are the same hours that I'll be at my house doing content or whatnot, but I'm able to do it here. So I mean, it's a bonus. Like, matter of fact, you know what's crazy? When I looked at my phone, when you hit me up, I was just about to hit you up to say, hey man, if your wife wants to on consignment, we can put some of her stuff in here.
Okay, I talked to her about it. We trying to get back in, get the website and everything up and going, because the website been down for a while, but we still been selling shirts. We just having to, you know, old school it. Hit me up with the email, hit me up with the text. I mean? Yeah. We had to trunk it, FUBU style. We had to hit with the FUBU. Now, just speaking of content, what's your method of madness to making content? Because you just said if I can make content here or I'm at home. When you're sitting around, you say, okay, that's funny. Let me do that. Or in my head, like, oh, my fans, are you like, I'm just making content for my fans. I'm making content for everybody. I'm making content that makes me happy. What's your thought process on content?
I need to get deeper into content for other people, because like my method of doing content is I scroll and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna really bother people. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really like.
Now hold on, is it about bothering people? Is it about I need a laugh? Because you know, comedy sometimes, you know, with us, sometimes we want to strike a little nerve, but we still want you to laugh.
What? That's if it's funny to me, that's what it is. But I know that the stuff that's funny to me, it's probably gonna bother people, and I'm okay with that. I've gotten to the point where I'm ready to be canceled before I even get on.
Now, have somebody come after you? Has anybody ever? You had any comment, any DM? Somebody ever was like, "Yo, bro, you."
I mean, I think because like I wouldn't necessarily say I'm edgy, but I'm gonna push the content to the point of like things like we need to talk about this. Like I got the trans joke, I got the R word joke. You know what I mean? And it's like I asked anybody offended? I was in Atlanta, big bro. I was in Atlanta about 2-3 weeks ago, and it was a trans woman that was 6'8", about 2 1/4. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I still told the trans joke, and then the trans after it, she said, "That shit funny." But you know what I'm saying? Because it's not offensive.
But you know what's crazy about that to me? I think that there's groups that find it not funny, not the actual community sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say like when I do a joke about fighting midgets. Yeah. And there was some midgets at my show and they wasn't upset.
They thought it was
they weren't upset, but it was people in the audience like, oh, I'm appalled by this. But I'm like, okay, but you're not a little person. Why are you mad?
But you know what I've realized about life? I'm sorry, go ahead. No, what I've realized about life is a lot of people get offended by things when they have the avenue to be able to be offended, but they're only offended because they need some attention. Yeah. It's not even so much of them being necessarily offended. They just want to be like, hey, I'm over here alive, and I'm going to say I'm offended, and I'm going to make everything crazy. And it's like you just said, the midgets, they were like, this is hilarious.
This is hilarious. But people in the audience was like, no. Hey, you want to stick around a little bit more?
Yeah, man, I'm here, man.
I got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back.
Man, I ain't going nowhere, bit, bro. You call me on. Boy, you already know. Hey, you already know what time it is. I'm going to go use the bathroom, though.
All right, we'll be right back. That's jolly for you. We'll be right back. Real Last Real Radio 104.1.
For sure. Nah, it's going.
Family, you're back. We are back. We're tuned. We are back, and you are tuned in to Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. I'm Ken Miller in the Big Chair tonight. Guys, do me a favor. Go over Instagram, follow us there. Go to Twitter, follow us. Facebook, follow us. Go to iHeart, search Real Last. You can download our podcast. If you want to see these beautiful ass faces, go to YouTube and subscribe. We are at 92 subscribers. I keep telling y'all ass I'm trying to reach 100. So get y'all asses over there and
bro.
subscribe to the page. I'm Ken Miller, Big Chair. James is out. Miguel is out. Jeff Kaufman is out. But I'm joined the virtual studio, Patricio, and my comedy brother, David Jolly.
You
Jolly,
say baby brother, you big bro. Come on, now you can say it.
I said, yeah. I said with my baby brother, David Jolly. That's baby bro right there. Jolly chilling with us today, man. Jolly got a t-shirt spot over off of Old Winter Garden. That's near Classic, right?
Yeah, it's right down the road. Like it's right down the road from the Classic. It's 5228 Old Winter Garden Road. It's right next to Judy's. Anybody who know about Orlando, they know about Judy's. And that, you know, the only thing I don't like about Judy's is when you order from there and you get pancakes, they cut your pancakes up for you like you a child.
Yo, I don't like pancakes, so it's fine with me.
You don't like pancakes?
Bro, my mama used to make it's a lot of stuff as a kid. I do not. Hey, come on, Jolly, you know it's stuff as kids. I don't eat pancakes. I don't eat chitlins. I don't eat bologna anymore. I just started back drinking Kool-Aid. Like a lot of stuff that my mama, we all used to have all the time. I will not. It's got to be something that your mama made you eat all the time as a kid. You're like, I'll never touch that mess again.
And you know what's crazy? My mother, when I was growing up, because I'm my mother's only child, she would cook chicken 1,000,000 ways. I mean, boiled. You ever had boiled chicken, man?
Yes, I've had boiled chicken. Yes. yeah.
Fried, baked. And it's so crazy that it's like you would think that I wouldn't want to eat it no more, but I still enjoy chicken. I guess because she's a good chef, though.
Yeah, but chicken is one of them things you can make 100 ways.
Yeah,
but you can't make chitlins but one way.
Nasty. Hey, but chitlins is good. But see,
man,
chitlins, you don't like chitlins?
I can't do it no more, bro. I don't eat Spam. I can't do Spam no more. All this liver put. I used to like liver as a kid.
Oh,
give it to me.
Nah,
liver and
I thought
onion.
You about to say liver worse.
Yeah,
liver is good.
Yeah, I can't do it no more. Stuff my mama used to cook as a kid. Now that I'm older, bro, I can't mess with it like I used to.
I think it's maybe sometimes you got to go back and it's got to be like a surprise to you. It ain't nothing that you can do on a regular. Like liver, you can't eat liver on a regular. Or you can't eat chitlins on a regular. But like if you really get it and you got the greens and the cornbread with it and you mix them all together, you throw a little hot sauce on it, that's the only way. And you can't be thinking about it. It's got to be like, boom, here go chitlins.
Yeah.
And I think you'll enjoy it.
Our white listeners like, y'all eating livers?
Livers? We eat anything on the pig.
Man, hey man, when you pouring a kid, whatever your mama bring in there, you eating, or you gonna sit your ass there looking at it for 8 hours.
You know,
real,
I got a
man.
joke like that. You know what's crazy though? Like I was this close to eating a pig foot the other day.
I haven't had pig feet in a minute. I used to love pig feet as a kid. I haven't had pig
feet. What? Now it's two ways to make it. Pickle pig feet out the jar.
Pickle is how I like it.
You don't like it when it's baked in it?
I've had pickled pig feet and boiled, like, in some seasoning type pig's feet.
Nah, that's some fire pig foot.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's good.
What? Our parents were abusive.
Abusive, man.
Bro.
All of us would have grew up in the foster care system if anybody was in there. Like, hey, whoa, you doing this to these kids?
Yeah. So we record on Fridays. Everybody listen to the show know that, which means Classic Weekend is past. Jolly, talk about what is Classic Weekend for you as an Orlando? I'm not an Orlando native. I'm from North Carolina. I know Classic. I've been to Classic, but for Orlando natives, what is Classic for you?
Well, the Classic is, you know that it's going to be a good time. It's an experience. Every year is going to be different. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like, boy, we going to, like, because I don't drink as much as I used to drink. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a problem with it. So, like, the Classic used to be like, we going to get toe up, and hopefully we end up with some nice women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? But it's an experience. It's so
it is.
It's a lot of culture in it. Like if you go out there tomorrow, before the game, you're gonna see different what is it? age limits of people. You're gonna see alumni, because I went to Florida A&M. So you're gonna see like the alumni from Bethune-Cookman, you're gonna see the alumni from FAMU, older people, they want to go out there and get them some good food and hang out.
Bro, some good food. Only thing is, I will say this: if you, it's after, but in the future for classic people, can you not cook your shrimp and fish in the same oil as the chicken? I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm allergic to shellfish, so please, can you cook them in 2 different damn oils, bro?
Man, y'all out here killing people, man. These people don't even know they order some chicken wings, but that boy right there is,
bro. Hey, Dave, hey, Jolly, at home, Benadryl up.
Oh man, you like
Benadryl up, man.
That like this. You bought the chicken from the script plate, man.
Bro, that's one thing I would say, man, about a lot of like the people who cook in classic, man. Food be amazing, but y'all will throw that shrimp and that chicken and fish in the same. Oh, I'll be home.
Yeah. Oh, you allergic to
I'm allergic to shellfish, man.
I ain't never know that.
Yeah, I'm allergic, but I dabble in it. But as soon as I eat it, Benadryl, I'm Benadryl, yo. You know you love it. You ready to die?
Sometimes you gotta live on the edge, baby. You gotta live a little sometimes.
Bro, this how I found out. I used to work in a chicken and fish restaurant growing up. Parker Brothers Chicken and Fish, black-owned restaurant in North Carolina. And man, I used to eat fish sandwiches all the time, coleslaw, everything. I had shrimp, and I bit it, and I got home, and my lip was like, and my mom was like, "Who beat you up?"
Your face locked up on you.
My mom was like, "Who beat you up?" Now, mind you, ain't no Benadryl or nothing in the house, so I'm just got this fat lip, and eventually, a couple of days, it just kind of went down. And I was like, I ain't eating the shrimp again. Maybe the shrimp was bad. And then when I was in the military, same time, I had some shrimp, lips swole up. My friend's like, you might be allergic, bro. And I said, well, what do I do? He said, take this Benadryl. And I like pop. And then after that, I was like, well, this is what I'm going to do.
Shrimp. So you still eat shrimp, but you just go ahead and get Benadryl?
Benadryl it up right after. Don't let me eat shrimp before the show and drink some a crown. Hey, be on stage like that.
Hey, off the hook, when I played off the hook, I was like, man, y'all ain't got no chicken wings here? What kind of place is it? Like, they got lobster, hors d'oeuvres, and all this fans and stuff.
I think Port Charlotte's like that too. I don't remember Port Charlotte having wings on their menu.
Man, look, I had to eat a steak that night when Glenn went. I was like, bro, what's up with the chicken wings, man?
Yeah. Now, but that's one of them clubs that feed you well. But back to classic, man.
Most clubs feed you well.
Back to classic. David has a t-shirt spot down on Old Winter Guard, next to what's the breakfast spot again?
Judy's.
Next to Judy's, man. So make sure you swing by there, check it out. Do you go to classic every year?
I was hoping to be booked out of town. I was supposed to be in Atlanta with Spunk this week, but them numbers weren't right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to take that ride.
It got to make sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
I used to do comedy when I first started comedy, bro. I did classic every weekend. I was doing comedy for classic somewhere every weekend for my first 8-9 years of comedy.
What you mean, like urban comedy or whatever?
Yeah. For my first 8 or 9 years of comedy, I was doing it somewhere. If it wasn't like somebody threw a show together, I was at the Improv that weekend, because usually Guy Torrey is here.
Yeah, I remember when I first started.
Yeah,
when I first started,
I used to do comedy all the time, man, on Classic Weekend. It's some really good shows, and you did say this. Now, mind you guys understand this. Before I say this, I'm very happily married now. Understand this. Love my wife. But man, let me tell you something. Some of the beautifulest, nicest black women I'm talking about. Walk up to dude. Every Classic Weekend I have met some. Hey, how you doing? You beautiful. Hey, what's going on? Here go you, bro. They just like they having a good time. It's classic. It's hey man. You don't believe me?
All I can think in my mind is, I know this woman's a lunatic.
Yo, you don't believe me? Ask Alicia Reese about the.
I believe you.
Pine Street Bar and Grill. Me and Alicia Reese, we playing pool. If y'all know Alicia Reese, she's a Orlando comic. We're playing pool, and this lady was beautiful. walks by. I poked my head. I said, ma'am, you are gorgeous. Shut the door, go back in. I'm playing pool. But she came back in and played pool with me till 2 o'clock in the morning. Classic weekend.
Good times.
Good
hey,
times,
you know,
man.
matter of fact, it's a show actually like for all the kids, you know what I mean? Like Curtis Bateman got his clean show. That thing gonna be so good tomorrow,
yeah,
man.
And shout out to Curtis Bateman. I need to get Curtis on too, so he can talk about his stuff as well, man. So I know people say a lot of things about Classic, man, but Classic it's always a fun time, bro. Always a fun time, man.
It's a like if you're from here, to be able to bask in the ambience of Classic Weekend, or you just out there trying to get twisted and nail some girls. But it's about basking in the ambience of understanding there's two prestigious HBCUs that are battling it out. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's the thing. Like, you from North Carolina. I know A&T. What they play against
A&T versus North Carolina Central. A&T versus Winston-Salem State. A&T versus Johnson C. Smith. Bro,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Come on.
So
all of
HBCUs in North Carolina that are prestigious universities. And when I went to FAMU, we used to beat the snot out of A&T. I mean, it was so bad. I was like, man, what are these people? Hillbillies, man? Why we keep doing these people like this?
Not no more, yo. Not
no
more.
A&T wrong, now they good.
Yeah, I will say this. Y'all beat the snot. Ain't y'all like 9 in a row against Bethune?
No. Well, we like 3 in a row now. But it was like we used to beat Bethune every year. Then they had like a couple good years. And you know, Spunky went to Bethune.
Yeah.
So he want to talk his noise. And I'm like, bro, don't forget it's Classic about to come up. Don't do this to yourself. You know what I mean? You know what we finna do to y'all. You know what? Like, you ever been to Bethune?
Yeah, I got booed there. I hate Bethune. I love when they lose. I love when y'all beat them because I hate Bethune Cookman. them kids booed me. Hey, Patricio, I go up and do the show, me and Preach and another comedian. And I said our host. Nobody wanted to host. I said our host. I'm bombing. First of all, the dude that booked it was like, they ain't want a comedian, they wanted some rappers. I'm bombing. Next comedian bomb. Man, I get on stage. It's a clean Christian show for teenagers. I do the dirtiest joke I mean, it was disgusting. And them kids started laughing. And I looked at them kids. I said, man, F y'all. And Rob Preacher on stage, Preacher like, man, y'all made Kid mad. Dude, it was a Monday night. So the whole ride back to the other bar, Preacher's like, yo, I got to tell everybody, Superman bomb. Because he had never seen me bomb before.
I ain't never seen you bomb, bro.
Bro, I don't think Preacher even put the car in park. Because he was driving. Man, Preacher jumped out that car, bro, and
yo, Superman bomb, man. Hey, y'all gotta hear this. But see, that's the beauty behind being a comic. Like, when I first started, I remember you used to tell me, man, some of these people be like butthurt about stuff, and we comedians. Like the other bar, bro, I don't care what I'm doing all week. I will miss an improv weekend before I miss a Monday or other
Monday night. But with that being said, real quick, bro, we got to take a commercial break, guys. We'll be right back. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Family, we are back. You are tuned in to Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. Guys, do me a favor. Go to Instagram, follow. Go to Facebook, follow. Go to Twitter, follow. We appreciate that. Also, if you missed any of these shows, go to iHeart, search Real Laughs, and download the podcast. And you want to see these beautiful faces, go to YouTube, okay? And then you can see all the shows. I have worked my ass off uploading all these shows, so go check them out, especially the interview we had last week with Jay Farrow. Brother was hilarious. James is out. Miguel is out. Jeff Kaufman is out, but I am joined the virtual studio with some of my comedy brothers. I got Patricio and I got David Jolly. Patricio, I got you, brother. Patricio been in and out because this fool power went out at his office.
Dude, it was crazy. Like the entire building.
Hey, you know what that is? You need to go up to her and say, pay your bill.
Oh. No, our bill is paid. I promise you that our bill is paid. But this is the second time this week that's happened. It's just like boom, and the entire building goes black.
No, so I want to talk to you, man, because you went to EDC, and and I got to tell my story. So God rest her soul, my wife's godmother passed away, and her church is Jolly. What is it? Is First Baptist? It's the
Which
church
one? Right there by where your lady from? Like
yeah. Right, it's like right on the corner where you can see the arena.
You might be talking about St. John's.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's St. John's.
Yeah, so
but that's where I go. I like that.
Okay, so that's where the funeral was at, but it's also the same exact time as EDC.
Oh my God!
So like,
I know this story is going to be amazing.
So we pulling up, and it's just butt out, boom out. It's a funeral, but the best thing of the whole thing, man. We get done, we do the repass, get through eat, and I had a show. I was doing LOL lounge, so I had to run home, change, and hit the road. As I'm leaving, shout out to Mike Lee, man, 1 year anniversary show. Jolly, as I'm leaving, the parking lot is clearing out. You know what the church did? Hey, you can park here for $30. So if people in the church parking lot just butt out, booty out, bro.
I live right there, and what's so crazy, big bro. I look out the back door and I'm like, I see the church people getting their stuff together. They getting they you know what I mean, getting the cars right. And I see somebody with the biggest booty cheeks ever, and they just and I'm like, do you know you just parked in the church parking lot?
That's the thing.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the thing about EDC. It brings out everyone, and they, honest to God, like I saw so many pasties this past weekend, and that's so talk about it, man. So I have never been to EDC. My this I know. My wife calls it by its name. The Daisy Carnival. My wife my wife's like the day. She kept saying it. She's like the Daisy Carnival. I said, what is she talking about? And then I was like,
that you would never be allowed to go there.
Yeah. Hey, but you said this is the thing. I was like, you mean EDC? She's like, yeah, it's called. I said, nobody calls it the full name.
No one ever. No, seriously. I've been raving for about maybe 6 years now, and I've never heard anyone call it, oh yeah, guys, let's go to Electric Daisy Carnival. No, everyone calls it by EDC. It's always been EDC.
Because I think black people think it's a carnival.
Hey, look, that's the thing about black people. They be like, oh, wait. Whoa, I got my kids. You got black people in the line with their kids and stuff. They think they finna. All right. Take the children in there you want to. Have a lot of questions.
So I had a lot of people, a lot of my friends parking here at my office because we all shuttled together to go to the event. And yeah, you had people like, hiding their kids because you had all these people, not only women, but men too, like men down to just wearing Speedos or just exposing
So outfits. What is the purpose of the skin? Like the skin, it ain't like it's not, from what I hear, it's not a sexual thing. So why is everybody half naked?
So
it is sexual. It's sexual.
No, it's not. I'm gonna stop you right there, Jolly. It is not sexual. It's never been sexual. It's about the vibe. It's about the energy. And the reason why you wear so little into these events, because mind you, you're in a pool of like 60 to 80,000 people. All right, you need to be comfortable. You want to be out, liberated and all. And a lot of people who go to these events.
Patricio, you're a friend of mine.
Yeah.
It's 80,000 people out there. Everybody are on things that are not legal.
I was just about to go into that.
There's no way that you're going to tell me that ain't nobody think about touching something.
Nope. There is never, in my years that I've gone to these events, there has never been an out. I've never heard.
Big bro, I'm never going to EDC if they're like, hey, Johnny, we got 40 grand for you this year. I'm like, nope. Because my dog Pat, said that this is not what y'all about, because I'm going to be about that at that time.
No, so you say you've been raving for 6 years?
Yeah, I've only I got introduced to this through my buddy Carlos, and he took me to my first EDC a few years back, and since then I've been going to other festivals, Okeechobee.
But it's about love. It's about love. Like that's the whole.
There it is.
That's the whole objective of it. You know what I mean? Like, but you have other people that's probably got different views on stuff.
Yeah,
it's about love. That's what it's about.
It's gonna be creeps everywhere. Like we talked about this a few weeks ago with MegaCon, people who are dressed up in their cosplay, and it's signs saying cosplay isn't consent And the fact that you got to put a sign up to let some idiot know you shouldn't touch somebody.
No, and the one message that gets put out through EDC is PLUR, which is peace, love, respect, and unity. So that's all this festival is. It's respect amongst each other, the love for the music, and just so on and so forth. Like, it's always positive vibes.
It's a vibe, because if you look at it, it's like, man, they out there vibing.
Yeah,
but if you, I'm an old black man. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like,
and I saw older black men than you.
I can't get into the music.
It's a vibe though.
I don't care about if I can't rap the lyrics or sing it.
Okay.
It ain't for me. It's like when we took Kaufman into the Wu-Tang concert.
Okay,
Kaufman was out of it. Every time she said we looked over, Kaufman was going to get food, and me and James, we like. Yeah. So just know, if I'm at the Daisy Carnival with you, and you look over, I'm gonna be eating cotton candy.
You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do for next year.
Cotton candy.
I'm gonna get 2 bracelets, meaning I'm gonna get 2 passes, one for me and one for each of you guys to trade each and every day. So I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna take James, and I'm gonna take Miguel.
We going to the EDC?
And I'm gonna bring you to EDC next year, Ken. You don't even have to stay for the whole day. You don't have to stay for the whole day.
You better text my wife first.
I will text your wife.
You got to clear that with the general.
And believe me, every person has had that same mentality.
Being a black man in a black relationship.
And I got to go with some girl with some butt out.
Ken, I have met people with your same mentality. They're like, I'm not that kind of person. I don't like that kind of music. It's not for me. And the moment they walk in, the energy just takes you, bro, and you'll be like, yo, I can't believe I never came to this thing. Exactly. You saw my videos. You saw the videos that I posted. You saw everything that I posted.
In the back, man.
No,
I think that Ken Miller gonna make it the whole night. He's gonna be sleeping.
In the back, yo, sleeping through all the noise.
Sleeping standing up.
So what got you into going to like raves and EDC? Like what besides your friend? Okay, somebody you had to see it and be like, I try it out. It's like, hey man, somebody got me into this. Now I'm eating this food. Like, what got you? Yeah. So like, oh, I try it out, because I've never been like, I try it out.
I've always been curious about these kind of festivals, and I've never been honest to God, like before all this, I was never a fan of electronic music, of house, of dubstep, of EDM in general.
I'm a big dubstep.
There were certain songs that hit me, and I'm like, okay, I could vibe to this, I could jump to this. And then this year, I got introduced to Timmy Trumpet, and I fell in love with his music. I fell in love with everything that he did, and like that was the set.
What's his name again?
Timmy Trumpet.
Okay, I know.
What type of music is it? Is it electronic?
Yeah. He does EDM, and he does remixes, and he does his own stuff. But like, there's this one song called "Freaks," which became my favorite song this year. It's an older song, and it's hold up.
Is it a Freaks that he stole from Lil Vicious?
Yes.
Freaks. I thought my freaks. I'm a week. That time Freak is the reggae song.
Freak got the week. Yeah. Hey, that was that song.
He stole it from Lil Vicious.
Well, now you make me guess. Now I'm thinking that.
Yeah, you gotta look it up, because that was back in my my middle school days.
Wow.
Tell me where the Freaks.
So that was like 1943. I didn't even know you remember music from 1943.
Bro, back when they had the phonograph. Go ahead, tell your story, man. I'm gonna look up Lil Vicious.
But no, it was an incredible thing, because I kept telling my entire crew, because I had a group of about 15 people, and yes, people were indulging in other items that party favors, and a buddy of mine I didn't know had done double of what everyone was doing, because he wasn't feeling it. He's like, an hour and a half in, he's like, bro, I'm not feeling the stuff right now. Like, can I do another? So apparently 3 people had given him different stuff that I was unaware of. Mind you, once we're in, it's like maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and Timmy Trumpet is playing his set, which was amazing. 80,000 people screaming at their lungs, jumping up and down, vibing. And I'm losing my mind, and I'm pissed off because my friend Michaela gave me a ring pop, because I was out. I didn't have eyes, I had pupils. That's how deep I was in. Dang. And my mouth my entire mouth was purple. My entire mouth was just
that
purple.
doesn't sound healthy.
No, it was.
None of this sounds healthy.
Well, it was from the ring pop, but I looked to the side and this guy is just losing his mind. He is jumping. He is like the energy right off of him is just insane because he's just so happy. Later on that evening, you know, we're walking back to the house and he's you know, out of breath. He's like, bro, Rocky, this was the greatest night of my life. I've never vibed like this before. I've never had this kind of experience. I'm so happy that I did this because he did all 3 days with me this year. Because last year he'd only done one, but this year he's like, I want to do all three. I want to do the entire experience, and yeah, it was beautiful. And unfortunately, there was some negative that came from EDC because someone stole 70 cell phones over there.
I've seen that.
And they 3 suspects were actually arrested at Orlando International. This past week, and OPD. So anyone who's listening, if your phone was stolen at EDC, contact, look up the Lost and Found website on EDC, but also contact OPD because they picked up over 70 phones and they're trying to find the owners for them.
Hey, look. I know the guy that got him. Just inbox me. $30.
Hey, and if you want the phone, you come pick it up at the top, man. Hey, Lil Vicious was 1994, so that was my senior year going into my senior year. But we got to get up out of here, man. Jolly, where you at this weekend, and how can they follow you, bro?
Well, this weekend I'm at Curtis Bateman's show at the Clean Show for the Classic.
Oh, now hold up, Jolly. This gonna be Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, the weekend after. Okay. Well, y'all come out Tuesday, man. We at Nightshade Lounge. That's my room now. We do it every Tuesday. We got the dopest comics. When you gonna pull up on me, bit, bro? I'm sick of this.
Man, you know, Tuesday
I gotta pay you to pull up on me.
You know, Tuesday my kids' night. Tuesday my kids' night.
To pull up on me on the Tuesday night.
I'm gonna actually be there on the 13th, bro.
Huh?
I'm gonna be there on the 13th for the weenie roast, something like that.
Oh, I'm
gonna be there for that.
Yes,
I'll be there for the 13th for the weenie roast. But you know, Tuesday my kid night, man. Where can they follow you at, bro? Where they can follow you? We got like 30 seconds.
MRD Jolly, man, on all social media platforms. David Jolly, the King of the South. Y'all know what's going on.
Cool. Wait, we got 30 seconds, Patricio. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Where you at this weekend?
Check me out Tuesday at Coyoacan in Lake Mary for Taco Trivia Tuesday. Shout out to Lynette that I met over at Ollie's this past week. Thank you for the love and support. Love you, Lynette. See you soon.
This weekend is Thanksgiving weekend. I will be at the Orlando Improv featuring for Zarna. Make sure you go get your tickets. We will also have her on this Wednesday. So we appreciate it. I'm Ken Miller. That's David Jolly. That's Patricio. Thank you guys for tuning in to Real Labs. We'll see you tomorrow night. And what I say, Patricio, take your ass to bed.